We are now less than 24 hours from the late season Willamette Valley snowstorm, so this is going to be my forecast video on what's going to be happening the next couple of days, updating last night's video. The National Weather Service watches and warning has a little bit of a different tone compared to the forecast that I am going to be giving out tonight, with a winter weather advisory in the central and southern Willamette Valley and nothing in the Portland area, which signifies that there's going to be less than an inch of snow. There's a winter weather advisory also for the coast and a winter storm warning for the Coast Range and the Cascades. Now, just for reference, the difference between a winter storm warning and a winter weather advisory is in the lowlands. A winter weather advisory, generally you would need a chance of an inch or more according to the National Weather Service's forecast, or severe travel impacts a la the snow is time for the morning commute. And a winter storm warning is 4 inches or more are possible within about a 12-hour period. Sometimes they use a 24-hour period, in which case it's 6 inches or more. Setup for this event is pretty similar to last night. There has been a slight change. However, it has no bearing on the forecast compared to last night. Everything is still going according to plan with that. A low pressure system is starting to sag south out of British Columbia and will park itself instead of out of the mouth of the Columbia like I predicted last night. It looks to be setting up a little bit further south, probably right around Cannon Beach, and maybe a tad bit inland. I think it's going to be probably right on the coast, though. That is not far south enough, in my opinion, to change where the convergence zone is. In fact, it heightens the odds of the Chehalem Mountains being the convergence zone spot. For those in Salem, if you wanted the convergence, then you would have to have that low pressure system be around Lincoln City. For Eugene, it would have to be around Florence. Eventually, on Thursday early morning, that low pressure system will start to strengthen again, and as it does so, it will sag south and out to the coast, this time off the coast of Oregon instead of trotting down to California before heading out to the Pacific Ocean. So the forecast notes for tonight, there are some spotty accumulations that could occur tonight, as there was a rain-snow mix that I did not predict throughout the day in some areas. However, this will mainly be above 500 feet. I don't think most areas will reach freezing. I'm saying a trace to a quarter of an inch at the most at the surface. And again, the trace is spotty. Trace means snow is just in the air and does not accumulate. I think the easterly winds start at noon in the Portland metro area, which brings in the colder air. And just as a side note, models disagree on where the convergence zone is. The Chehalem Mountains is the most likely location when I'm combining both the computer models and the geographic most likely region based on where the low pressure is most likely going to end up. Please see yesterday's video on a better geographic explanation on why. So the timeline for Corvallis: possible rain-snow mix Wednesday early morning as you're waking up, but transitioning into rain with highs in the lower 40s, transitioning into a rain-snow mix and back into snow during the overnight hours. I think Corvallis will hit freezing probably right around 9 or 10 p.m. and accumulations will start there. Because the low pressure system will sag south later, you will get that low pressure system later, meaning cooler temperatures when that does roll closer to Corvallis than it would by Portland. Portland, since that low pressure system is parked off the coast earlier in the day and it starts moving probably between 7 and 11 o'clock minus the convergence zone, you're not going to have as much time for snowfall accumulations unless if you're in the South Metro area or you're in an area that experiences cold air damming, which is pretty much those along the Coast Range or the Chehalem Mountains. Similar to Corvallis, I'm expecting a rain-snow mix to start on Wednesday morning before transitioning into full-on rain, though that rain time will be shortened because east winds will ramp up and start to bring temperatures down to freezing by 7 p.m. or so, with lows in the mid-20s before starting to warm up again on Thursday, though we will struggle to hit freezing. The snow totals that I am expecting along the coast, I'm thinking 0 to 1 inches for Thursday. And this little green strip here north of the Columbia River in Clark County, I'm thinking a trace to 2 inches because the precipitation runs out as the cold air comes in. The main population in the metro area will receive anywhere from 1 to 3 inches, with a few areas not receiving any, as again the cold air will dry out the atmosphere, meaning you'll have less precipitation to work with. The majority of the valley will have 2 to 5 inches, with maybe an isolated total up to 7 inches, especially in the hills between Lebanon and Sweet Home. The gorge 2 to 6 inches, and that convergence zone area as the cold air is moving into the area while the low pressure system is beginning to strengthen. I think the Chehalem Mountains and areas nearby will receive anywhere from 3 to 7 inches, including the communities of Newburgh and Sherwood. However, I will note that both of these communities are on the boundary line between the 3 to 7 inches and the 2 to 5 inches, and the Cascades and the Coast Range will both score from this event. So 7-day forecast for Corvallis, 41 degrees for the high tomorrow before cooling off to 35 on Thursday. A little bit of a warm up on Friday and getting back closer to normal Saturday through Tuesday. However, will still be below normal. This would be normal for late December, early January. Possible rain snow mix will also occur early on Sunday morning. Lows will be in the mid-20s Wednesday and Thursday before dipping into daily record cold territories Thursday and Friday and Saturday before getting back up to more reasonable low temperatures Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday early mornings. For the Portland area, similar high tomorrow at 40 degrees before really cooling off. Thursday struggling to hit freezing for a high. Friday getting a little bit warmer to 38 degrees, mainly because of the additional sunshine. And Saturday, not really warming up that much with it staying 41 degrees. And I am now expecting snow to start on Sunday morning before it transitions into rain later in the afternoon with temperatures in the mid-40s. Some models are starting to show snow now on Monday morning as well, so I am keeping an eye on that. But as of right now, I am not going to be forecasting that until I have more information on that potential event. But highs will be in the mid-40s still, and Tuesday back closer to normal, but still below normal for this time of year. Lows in the mid-20s with one daily record low temperature, or before getting back up into the low to mid-30s early next week. So that is it for this video. I will come out with one more video tomorrow to update on the snow totals that should be occurring tomorrow night and Thursday morning. But until then, please take care.